invocation, followed by the pledge. If you'll please stand. Dear Heavenly Father, I just thank you for today, big day. I thank you for Broderick and his service, and just pray that his next journey is fruitful. I pray for Petra as she starts her new journey, and just to give her wisdom and just to do what she does and make a big impact on the city. I pray for the city. I pray for all our first responders and everybody that works for the city, and all the folks that were out there earlier this week all night long cutting trees out of the street. Just thank you for them. I just thank you for this group. I thank you for the decisions that we make, and that we hope that it is all pleasing to you. We ask all this in your Son's name. Amen. Amen. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we start with A1, I want to make a couple of comments and open it up to anybody else that wants to as well. You know, we're about to swear in Petra as our next council member, but we also have to say so long to one of our existing council members. And it's always a bittersweet deal when you spent 6 years with someone. And you know, Broderick has been a phenomenal council member, and he's been well respected in his district, and he's become he's a great colleague, but he's also a friend, and he's a great cook.
So we hear.
Yeah. So, you know, Broderick, thank you for 6 years. Thank you for your friendship. We want to keep you involved in some capacity with the city. We don't want you to go too far. Okay. But seriously, just thank you for what you've done, and we appreciate everything.
Thank you.
Anybody else want to make any comments before we move on?
Yeah,
Yes, I would like to say.
Go ahead. Go first.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
First, I'd like to say, Councilman McGee, it has been a pleasure to work beside you, such a strong voice, and thank you for all the encouragement that you've given to me. And yeah, we don't know if you're a good cook or not because we've never had any of your food. But seriously, you're going to be missed, and we really appreciate your service. And as the mayor says, don't go too far.
Right. Yeah, I just want to reaffirm what the mayor said, is that I think he set a great example for other citizens wondering about, I wonder if I could be a city councilor. How do you do it right? I think you've set a great example for it. You're a great city councilman, but you're an even better friend. So I think that's what we're going to miss the most. So,
Thank you.
well done.
Thank you.
I'll just echo all the comments and add to it, maybe someday you will actually let us come over and you'll cook. We've heard about this pie, we've heard about your barbecuing, but hadn't seen it yet. But I'll see you at the next car show.
He must not like y'all because he cooked for me and I did get all
He did not. No.
Joke's on y'all. No, Broderick, I've already told you everything that I think of you when we're at lunch, and so reiterate that, and I'm going to miss you, man. Yeah.
All the way back to leadership, Tyler, a long time ago, so appreciate you and everything you've done. You lead well.
All right, we are going to go to E1. Cassandra, are you doing this?
Yes, sir. We will have, right now, we will request that the City Council request that a certificate of election and the oath of office be administered to the newly elected City Council member for District 2. And we have just Derek Choice to come up and do that for us.
All right, so here I am, and I guess I was arguing with her because she's got my name, and I've been here. So,
Petra, this is when you get up.
yeah. I think of that. Okay, and so, yeah, somebody needs to hold the Bible. This guy, you know him? Okay.
If you raise your right hand.
So if you'll raise your right hand and repeat after me, I, Petra Hawkins, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of the City of Tyler Council Member for District 2 of the State of Texas, and will to the best of my abilities preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. All right, congratulations. Okay.
Councilmember Hawkins, can you please come on up?
Cool kids sit over here.
All right. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Welcome.
We just kind of throw you to the dogs, so you're here. So we're going to start our meeting with the minutes from May the 22nd, 2024.
Move to approve. Second.
Got a motion by Curtis, second by McKellar. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. 01.
Good morning, Mayor and Council and new Councilwoman Petra. Okay, so this morning we have a request that the City Council consider an adoption of an ordinance approving the appointment to the Board of Directors of the Tax Increment Reinvestment Zone TERS 4. TERS 4, as you recall, is our downtown TERS. And today we, as staff, are recommending that we appoint Jay Ward to TERS 4 Board of Directors.
Any questions for Heather?
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion by Haney, second by Nichols, or Curtis. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. M1. Thanks, Heather. Jacob.
Good morning, Mayor, City Council. My name is Jacob Yanker. I'm with Tyler Water Utilities, and I'm going to be presenting agenda item M1 for the FM 756 Utility Relocates Construction Award for A.E. Schul and Company, bid number 24015. So a little bit of background on this project. TxDOT is planning on a roadway widening project on FM 756 from Jeff Davis down to FM 346 for phase 1. And they're going to be widening the existing road to a 4-lane roadway with the at-grade center median. So TWU's portion of that is to relocate our water and sewer infrastructure prior to the roadway construction to avoid construction conflicts and damage to any infrastructure. So we're going to be moving our water and sewer to the edge of the new right-of-way. So TWU's limits for this project are from Roy Road to Loop 49, and TxDOT has acquired the majority of right-of-way, and there's a few parcels still remaining, and the majority of those that are still remaining are in negotiation, and they're with the Jenna Grove property to the west of FM 756. So the scope of this project, we're going to be relocating over 12,000 feet of water line, and that's going to be various sizes. And we're going to be relocating over 3,000 feet of various sizes of sewer line as well, and 25 manholes. We're also going to be doing some system improvements to loop 2 dead ends that are on Paluxy, and that's included in that 12,000 foot of water line. So the schedule, we're hoping to start construction in late summer 2024 for the utility relocate, and then we have 12 months of construction time scheduled for our portion. And then TxDOT is going to bid their portion of the project in early 2026. So that'll put us complete and out of the way before they bid their portion of the project. So on May 28th, we received 8 bids that were 8 sealed bids that were open and read aloud here in council chambers, as seen here. And the low bidder was A.E. Schul and Company. Tyler Water Utilities has a long upstanding relationship with A.E. Schul. We've done multiple projects with them in the past, and they have proven themselves more than capable to perform this work in the allotted schedule and in the allotted budget. So I would like to request that the City Council authorize the City Manager to execute a capital improvements project in the amount of $3,018,917.77 with A.E. Schul and Company for the FM 756 utility relocates, and adopt the resolution reserving the right to reimburse expenditures with proceeds of future debt.
Thanks, Jacob. I will say this is an exciting project, and it's been a long time coming. And to get it started in 26 is equally exciting. You know, we're doing the South Tyler mobility study to try to figure out ways to relieve traffic off of Broadway. And I know all of you out there don't like driving up and down Broadway. So this will give you an alternative to Broadway, which I'm excited about. So let's start. So I'll entertain a motion. Or do you have questions?
Second.
Okay, got a motion by Nichols, second by Wynn. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
All right, thank you.
You good, Deborah?
Yes, sir.
Got that look.
Well, good morning, Mayor and Council.
Morning, Kate.
This agenda item is Agenda M2. It is for the consent decree Gilly and Greenbrier Lift Station bypass pumps. So in February of 2021, the City Council approved an engineering services agreement with KSA for the consent decree capacity Group 1 work. That capacity work is based on the hydraulic model that was initially developed in the first stages of the consent decree. Included in that were a lift station study and report that would determine a solution for the identified capacity constraints of these 2 lift stations. So that study indicated that both lift stations didn't have sufficient capacity with their pumps for current flows. So to meet these requirements within the compliance time period and within budget, we determined that trailer-mounted diesel pumps, bypass pumps, were the best solution. So with that said, the construction project includes 2 Gorman-Rupp diesel bypass pumps. They will both be trailer mounted, includes engine controller, SCADA outputs, submersible level controls, suction hoses, and necessary piping. So working through Zone Industries with their buy board contract, they submitted a comprehensive proposal to supply and install the pumps, controls, and associated components as detailed by KSA and city staff. The total construction cost for this is $612,523.64. So with that, I request that the City Council consider authorizing the City Manager to execute a construction contract for the Gilly and Greenbrier Lift Station bypass pumps, buy board contract 67222 with Zone Industries for $612,523.64.
Any questions for Kate?
How long will we use the one at Greenbrier, do you think?
The bypass pump, we actually have them, we're installing them kind of as an interim measure. So, because the study also indicated that there were significant upgrades needed to the wet well potential relocation, and then those force mains need to be replaced as well. And so, again, looking at our compliance period that we have to meet, and then looking at our budget constraints currently, those projects will be ongoing in the future. So I would say, I'm trying to think when the full Greenbrier project. We're going to start lining that force main next year, but the actual wet well and all of that is probably 2 or 3 years out.
Can we use them other than, okay.
And
It's
very
not
good
just a
question.
temporary use.
So that's why we decided to go with the trailer-mounted diesel pumps and not just install some larger pumps out there, because once we're done with the upgrades at the 2 lift stations, we'll be able to utilize both of these pumps, which we rent out whenever we have collection system issues or at the plants when we have to bypass. So these will be our own pumps that we can utilize, so we don't have to rent them.
You've been putting people out there periodically on that location when you've had issues too, right? Been out there before last
Yeah, the
2 months,
Greenbrier.
and they've been there manning the pumps and having to
Oh,
stay
right.
there, two guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this will eliminate that.
Yeah, because they'll have SCADA controls
Right.
set up with them, so they don't actually have to be out there at all times.
Okay, good.
We'll still have our lift station techs out there to check on them.
Right, they won't have to physically be there all the time.
Right, exactly.
like they have been. Okay.
Any other questions for Kate?
Move to approve M2.
Second.
Got a motion by Curtis, second by McKellar. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. M3. Morning, Prentice.
Morning.
Good morning, Mayor. Good morning, City Council, Deputy City Manager. My name is Prentice Butler. I'm the manager for the Housing Trust Voucher Program, and I'm before you today to request your approval of our 2024-2025 Family Self-Sufficiency and Housing Trust Voucher Program plans and our 5-year housing agency plan. Our Housing Trust Voucher Program is a federally funded program designed to assist low to moderate income individuals find affordable, decent, safe, and sanitary homes in the private market. Over the past 4 years, our HUD authorized funds have increased. We are looking at an increase as well for 2024. Between January and July of this year, HUD has already authorized $8.9 million for our housing assistance payments. We have a total of 1,022 vouchers. Of those 1,022 vouchers, 39 are dedicated to our veteran population, and the remaining are for our non-veterans. We were able to maintain an average of 34 veteran families that remained under lease contract per month. And for our non-veterans, we maintained an average of 982 families that were under lease per month. Our average monthly housing assistance payments, those payments go directly to our owners, were in the amount of $787,000 per month. And for the year, we paid out around $9.4 million. Our Family Self-Sufficiency Program enables our HUD-assisted families to increase their earned income and reduce their dependency on welfare assistance and rental subsidies. We currently have 21 active participants, of which 11 are employed, and there are 2 enrolled in education programs and 8 in other program-related activities. We had 3 graduates, and we dispersed about $18,000 to those 3 graduates for completing the program. Any local, regional, or state agency that receives federal funds is required to have a housing administrative plan. That plan actually describes the approach of the agency on how it's going to manage this program and provide services for the upcoming year. We're also required to have a 5-year plan every 5 years, and that describes the mission of the agency and its long-range goals and how we're going to achieve that mission. So the first step of that process is to actually review all the plans, which is performed by agency staff. We are required to have a 45-day comment period that began April 7th, 2024 and ran through May 23rd, 2024. We were required to have public hearings. We had 2 of those on April 25th and May the 1st. And we were also required to meet with our residential advisory board, and that meeting was held on May the 9th of 2024. So last step of the process to receive approval of our agency plans and to submit the required plans and the certifications to HUD. And at this time, it's recommended that the City Council adopt the ordinance approving the Family Self-Sufficiency and Housing Trust Voucher Program's fiscal year 2024 annual plans and the 2025 to 2029 5-year housing agency plan.
Prentice, can you explain how the voucher program works and how do you apply, and is there a waiting list?
Sure. So currently, we do not have a waiting list. We've exhausted the waiting list. We will be opening the waiting list sometime before the end of the year. So that's a great thing. But the gist of the program is based on income family size. So HUD sets income limits that determines whether or not you'll be eligible, and that also is determined by the size of your household. Once the waiting list is open, applicants can apply, and then the system performs a lottery where it randomly selects the families and ranks them in order. And as vouchers become available and as funding becomes available, we call those families from the waiting list.
Okay.
Prentice, if someone had a house that wanted to get it into the program, how do they go about that process?
Very, very easy process as long as the owner is able to receive federal funds. It's not only HUD's debarred list. Then it's typically just filling out vendor paperwork to be a recipient of those funds. And we have to make sure that we are able to verify that they actually own the property. Then we will perform the inspections to make sure that the units are decent, safe, and sanitary. And once there's a participant who's eligible for that particular unit, then we will actually enroll them in the program, and we will place the unit on the list.
Any other questions?
Mr. Prentice, could you go back to that page that says HUD Bash? I need to see how many again. Thank you. Thank you.
And then on the veteran part, do y'all liaison with Camp V?
Well, all of our referrals for our veterans come from VA.
Okay.
So all of our veterans that are on the program come from those particular referrals. There's a process that the veterans go through before they get to our agency, but we don't select the veterans. Now, we do work with Camp V for those veterans that are not on the program, that are not referred, but as far as these particular families, they are referred by VA.
Any other questions for Prentice?
Move to approve M3.
Second.
Got a motion by Wynn, second by McKellar. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Prentice. Deanne.
Good morning, Mayor. Good morning, Council. Good morning. This morning, I'm bringing to you a request to accept a donation from the Gertrude Garden Club. They are donating a pavilion in the Tyler Municipal Rose Garden. It's located in the Heritage Garden at the bottom of this corner of the photo that you see. The Gertrude Windsor Garden Club donates this pavilion with the value of $81,589. The city of Tyler is paying for the installation, which is $25,000, which is in the current budget. So the request is that the city council consider accepting the in-kind donation from the Gertrude Windsor Garden Club, totaling $81,589 for a new pavilion located within the Tyler Municipal Rose Garden.
Great project. And we're very thankful for the Gertrude Windsor Garden Club that's put in this money. The city is putting money in this as well. But it'll be a great addition to the Rose Garden, so we're very thankful for that organization.
Yes, sir.
Any comments or questions for Leanne?
No, I think it'll be a very well-used facility for weddings and all kinds of things. I think it's going to be a very nice facility.
Yes, sir.
Nice improvement to the garden.
Okay.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion by Haney, second by McKellar. Any further discussion? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we are down to the consent agenda. We are going to pull CA1. So does anything else need to be pulled or approved as presented unless CA1?
Move to approve as presented, pulling CA1.
Second.
Got a motion by Wynn, second by McKellar. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We got the city manager's report, and Deputy City Manager Stephanie Franklin assures me that this will be very short.
I'm going to start with the good news first. We had the fireworks show, you all know, July 4th. Big success, lots of attendance, had a lot of fun. Can't thank enough, those departments, police, fire, parks, solid waste, all those folks that work on July 4th. for their holiday and spend the time out at Lindsay Park. For the other news, as we all know, Beryl came through with a vengeance in some of our areas, and we did have some damage that we cleaned up. Street Department, as the mayor said earlier, worked through the night and ended up cleaning Shiloh and Biloxi, which was a breach on their erosion control. So that road was covered, and they needed to clean it up before, it was dangerous and it was nighttime. So great job to all of those folks who have worked, throughout the week, including July 4th, on the storm. And we are still cleaning up from the previous storm, so we haven't caught up yet. The other thing, I was going to have Kate come up and do a quick update on Lake Tyler, because not only are we working inside the city limits, her team has put together a great plan to also start to tackle Lake Tyler, because we are going to do some significant cleanup out there.
Yeah, thank you, Stephanie. So at Lake Tyler, just an update, out there was significant damage and right-of-way clearing that needed to occur after the previous storm we had go through. Lake Tyler staff, of which we have 6 full-time staff out at Lake Tyler, they've been working to clear that right-of-way since that storm event. They particularly were concentrating on areas on streets that had high traffic, like Hill Creek. But they are currently putting in 12 hours a day per day to speed up the process to try and get to more areas quicker. They will be working through this weekend. We also have Tyler Water Utilities Service Center has volunteered to come out to help us this weekend at 12 hours a day, get some crews out there to speed up the process so we can see some good impact on some of the more residential streets as well. But there is significant work, and just like within the city, it will take some time to get it all done. There are a lot of trees out at Lake Tyler. And Leroy and Solid Waste has said that once the work orders that are within the city are taken care of, in about 2 weeks, they may be able to come, or they will come out and help bring a brush truck and help us with that cleanup as well. So, the process possibly could take about 2 to 3 months altogether. But there are brush piles. When there are brush piles, people deposit additional brush that was not, initially ours to take care of. So, yeah. So we all understand that.
And a mattress and carpet.
And just to clarify, and I probably should just leave it where it is, but I'm going to say it. People at Lake Tyler, they don't pay city tax. And as a not paying city tax, they don't normally have solid waste pickup.
Correct.
And since you don't have solid waste pickup, you don't have the special bulky pickup for the trees that you have inside the city. And so that's one of the main reasons why we're picking up city first, because they are taxpayers. But we love the people at Lake Tyler, and as you say, we'll make an effort, but it's going to be a little bit down the road, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay.
And then finally, Finance and Kedrick have done a great job working with a consultant that is going to help us with the FEMA reimbursement and, getting a contractor in here as well during emergencies that we can call on, who's gone through the bid process and meets the FEMA requirements. So that's it. We have executive session.
Okay. Everybody, comments for Stephanie? All good? All right. We are going to go into executive session. Under Texas Government Code, Section 551.072, real estate, the City Council will discuss the purchase, exchange, sale, lease, or value of real properties, the public discussion of which would have a detrimental effect on the negotiating position of the city. Any final action to be taken by the City Council will be taken in open session. So we are going to recess, and we'll be back. Not sure how long, but y'all feel free to go. Anyway, thank you. Marshall?
Where'd everybody go?
Everybody left.
Roger staying to the end.
Get their lawns going this morning.
That's a real city government fan right there. Look at that guy.
He's thinking he's going to get his paycheck.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he's
His pension.
We'll get Kedrick to get you a check right before. Yeah.
Health insurance, life insurance.
May have to get James to escort him out.
I don't think he's gonna go well.
All right, you guys back there good? Ready to go? All right, we are back from executive session, and we do not have any action today, so I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We are adjourned.